Hello, I just wanted to share with you something that I found on eBay the other day. I was just digging around on eBay looking for something, and quite by chance I came across a link to a £40 10-inch Android tablet. Yes, £40, well, £39.99 it was. And I looked at it and I thought, well, the specs of that look like something you would pay £200, £300 for, and there's no way something like that, £40, is going to be any good. But I thought, well, let's have a go, because I'm always looking for a source of cheap, good devices that I can both use with people in digital inclusion training and recommend to people on limited budgets that they might get. So I thought I'd order one and see what it was like. And yesterday it arrived, and I was just totally blown away. So let me show it to you. This is the description of the device on eBay. And let me show it to you. Now, this is not an unboxing video because I have already unboxed it and used it. And this is why I'm showing it to you now, because the fact that I've used it means I know how good it is. But let me just show you. So it doesn't look like much. Well, actually, the box is quite nice. It's a bit, I think that might have got damaged in transit. It's got some dents in the edge. It sort of looks like an iPad. Similar size box you get an iPad in, and it looks a bit like an iPad, the image on the screen. But one of the interesting things is the branding, or lack of branding. So the only branding on it is this. And I don't read Chinese, so I've absolutely no idea what that says. Right, so let's have a look at what's in the box. As I said, this purely plain white box with that little bit of Chinese writing on. Opened it up. The tablet itself is nicely packaged in bubble foam, and there's actually another plastic wrap there. Take all that out. Now in here, I've taken them out of the box. There was a charger and an OTG cable, which is, for you don't know what OTG cable is, it's a cable where you can plug a USB device into a mini USB port, which is quite useful. I've already used a USB keyboard with it. I'll just clean the screen a bit. I've already used a USB keyboard with it, and that worked fine. So let's power it up. It takes a while to power up, but it's not too bad. It's got 6 GB of RAM, which is better than a lot of desktop computers. At least that's what it says it has. Right, there we are. It's powered up. So I've already been using this for nearly 24 hours. So we'll get some bad glare off the screen there. I've already been using this for nearly 24 hours, so I've powered it up before. I've used it. It's about 40% charge now. I got quite a lot. I mean, it arrived. Well, I unboxed it about 2 p.m. yesterday, and I was using it till about 10 p.m. and the battery went down to about 25%. I've charged it up a little bit more today. So anyway, opening it up, full fairly standard Android stuff. Now, I'm going to use this device for 2 purposes, really. One is mainly as a demonstrator when I'm doing digital inclusion training, but when I'm not doing digital inclusion training, I'm just going to use it as a sort of like backup device, and probably one to play video and stuff like that. So at the moment I have not loaded many apps onto it. I'm mainly loading apps that will play video, or when I'm doing other things. So let me just see. Let's get BBC iPlayer fired up. Fires up well quite quickly, and then takes a little while to get going. But there we are, BBC iPlayer, and Play a bit of Peaky Blinders. See how that goes. Here we go. It's firing up relatively quickly. Right. Now, there we go. So, there we are. It played that. Let's go back to the home screen. Get rid of that. Open up the Google Chrome browser. Oh, I've got TweetDeck running on there. It runs fairly well. You know, it's not blindingly fast. If you're used to using the latest iPad, then you'll probably find this excruciatingly slow. But I think for something that's £40, this is just an incredible piece of kit. I think it's mainly where I am at the moment. The Wi-Fi is a bit slow because I'm in my attic and the Wi-Fi router is downstairs, so that's probably one of the reasons why it's taken quite a while to open up TweetDeck. But for me, this is an absolutely amazing piece of kit for 40 quid. I'm going to close that down. I'm not going to wait for it to open up. But the other thing I would say is it's got 64 gigabytes internal memory, which is fairly generous for something like this. As I said, 6 gigabytes of RAM. So, you know, it's slightly sluggish compared to some of the devices I've used, but pretty good, really. Not only that, but let me show you that. Well, I've not really used the cameras. I mean, the camera, it's got a 5 megapixel rear camera. I'm not sure about the front camera. I don't expect, and I've not used the cameras. That's not what I bought it for. And I don't expect the cameras to be any great shakes. But, you know, another thing it has, and I'm not going to do this because it's a slightly... So here, there's a slot here, and I'm not going to open it because I've opened it once and it sort of feels like it's going to come off when you do open it. But in that slot, in that flap, there are slots for 2 SIM cards. So you can run it with 2 different SIM cards and an SD memory card, micro SD card. So you've got 64 gigabytes of internal storage. You can enhance that with a micro SD card of, well, anything up to 128 gigs are quite common these days, aren't they? Even 256 gigs are now coming through. So, you know, basically, I mean, you can pair this. I have paired this with a USB keyboard. I've not tried a Bluetooth keyboard yet, and it worked fine. So basically, for 40 quid and a few fairly minor add-ons, I'm not sure what it's doing now. Oh, there we go. You've got yourself an absolutely fabulous piece of kit. So I bought one of these, and I've also bought a couple of others for relatives, because I thought, once I've showed you this video, you'll all be going out and getting it. And I would highly recommend that you do. Don't expect it to be like an iPad Pro, but what I would say is for £40, this is a fabulous piece of kit. I'd love to be able to tell you what brand it is, but I can't. It's Chinese, generic Android tablet, 64 gigabyte internal memory, 6 gigabyte RAM, and actually, I mean, it might not come across that well in this video, but the screen looks lovely. The screen, you know, I've played HD videos on it, and it looks really sharp and nice. And I couldn't recommend this enough. So get one while you can. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It really helped me if you could like it, share it, and please hit that subscribe button down below, because that really helps me grow the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.